Hello everyone. Today I will be making a video on how to record updates and things that I find useful as far as organizing the workspace and making it easier on myself to record an update. I have a tendency to basically organize everything in the Paco de Lucia study program. Pretty much it's subdivided into three categories: technique, rhythm, and repertoires. Out of these three categories, then there's subcategories, I like to call them. Let's say in technique, it goes anywhere from scale playing, major, minor melodic, minor harmonic, flat thirds, scales, whole tone, diminished, and flat thirds, diminished, double diminished scales, etc. Then technique, you also have Rescale and Alsapua. You then switch over to rhythm, 4/4, 12-beat rhythms, 6/8. Then you can further move into repertoire. There is a tendency of as soon as you get into these subcategories, the list gets longer and longer. So when recording updates, in order for me to make things easier, I will be sharing my computer screen today. I have a tendency to use playlists a lot, so that I already know that they're there on my channel. As soon as I open my browser, these are all my updates basically. By the way, Ruben has a tendency to tell me how many updates do I record, and the list goes on and on. Anywhere from multi-screen videos to songs. Anyway, how do I set up my update so that it takes very little time for me to do? Let's say, for instance, I start with technique. So I have all these playlists which are divided into technique 1 is a scale playing. Once I click on the scales playlists, I have all the different videos that I have used over the years in order to learn the technique aspect of the program. So for instance, it is very important to perhaps have a binder with to take notes and to put everything that we study, like the various fingerings and PDFs that Maestro Ruben gives us, all organized. I use tabs on notebooks as well. So I know here I have all my scales notes on the first tab. On the second tab, it will be some arpeggio and songs, various rhythms, not the usual tangos, but so I will find tanguillo and fandangos, arpeggio for Ziriab. You move on to the next tab, then it's gonna be the 4/4 rhythms, Rio Ancho, predictable, everything that has been covered over the years. I mean, these books have a tendency to get bigger and bigger. Then moving on to alegrias, then moving on to buleria, and always in those tabs there's always the muted strumming, and following the muted strumming, the repertoire, falsettas. That's just an idea, but it's just to have all the paperwork all condensed. So they go hand in hand. Once the item is learned, then I have a tendency to write down everything on a little notebook. I usually start. I don't record everything in one day. That's over a series of days, but at least I want to know what is the last thing I worked on. So, for instance, let's say the last update that I did was major scale at 87 bits per minute, and it's been a while since I did an update on that. So it's good to have it written down, because this way I can assess myself. How am I playing now? Am I still playing at the same level as I was the last time I made that update, or am I playing? Am I not playing as well as back then because I let so much time pass by? So once I've decided what the update is going to be about, then I go to my playlist, which I already have open. I look for the video that I worked on last, which was the 87 beats per minute. And I go make an assessment of how do I perform, because it's always a performance, a self-evaluation, an honest self-evaluation. So I use a program called Filmora, which I like very much to record the updates. It's very nice because it allows to make multi-screen videos as well. So this is the program Filmora. I believe it costs about $80, something like that. It's totally worth it. So I just go straight to record. I record from my webcam. Here's my webcam, the microphone that I'm using. So I just go and it will start recording in 3, 2, 1, 0. That's going. As that is going, then I'll go ahead and open up the video that I want to do, which is 87 beats per minute, and I just start recording. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's awesome about this program? Okay, I did my exercise with the video. Now I just simply stop it, close it, once it's closed, I go to there's a tab called export, and I just go straight. In that tab it says upload to YouTube. Oh, well, first, this is the last file that was basically, I just put it right there on the tab. So now I can export it to upload to YouTube. It's gonna give me a dialog box. So basically I can adjust the privacy. Unfortunately you cannot do it unlisted from this program, but I make it private. I do a 720. I don't need the file to be as big. Music category, we did the major scale at 87 bits with video. I will edit this later just to put it, when does it start, and I just hit export, and it's just gonna upload it on YouTube, and I just with the file and everything, and it's just as easy as that. And I do that with all my updates. So this program, actually, it is phenomenal. I'm going to cancel this because this was just to show how simple it can be to upload an update. So these are just small ideas on how to record an update, how to make things simpler. It is very important, this is my personal opinion, and it has helped me out a lot, to have like a little notebook with what was worked on last. So anytime you go back to that item, one can assess basically how am I playing today as opposed to the last time that I have played. It's just it's a very vivid picture. It's recorded. I mean, one can just be honest with oneself. Am I playing better? Am I playing worse? If I'm playing worse, why am I playing worse? Or if I'm playing better, then I can just gradually move up, increase the speed. If I notice that my posture is good, my sound is good, all the tones are even, and it's just tailored to what you're using. And I find all these little things very helpful in order to know what I should be working on. Let's see. Perhaps maybe we can do another one. So I can always record from webcam again. Have the little screen. Let's start recording. Then I go here. Let's see. Last thing I was working on also. So we did a technique update. Now let's do a rhythm update. Variation 5. So last item I was working on. Counting. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, So that's one. Then I've used the video, but the video is also training wheels. If I also have to assess myself. How do I do it? Can I increase the speed? So let's say I try to do that at a faster speed. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, once the rhythm part is covered, then one can move on to repertoire. And so on. Then from here on, then one would stop the recording program, add it to the video that one wants to upload, create video, upload to YouTube. So that was Spain. $720 music. Private, we had muted strumming. Then we had example 2 was muted with backing track, and then we did example 3 Spain strumming. And there's another update just to give an assessment and get some feedback from the teacher on how to improve that. So it's a self-assessment and also a tool to get feedback from the teacher to see what are the strong points and what are the parts that we can improve on. Anyway, I hope that these these little pointers may help just make things easier when recording an update. So basically, for me, what works for me is having a categorized notebook where I know that everything that I receive from Ruben is all in one location. Another notebook where I can write notes on what's the last thing that I have worked on, and And lastly, of course, having a work setup that allows me to just easily just sit down and easily record. So having my YouTube page with all the playlists, all unlisted, but all the videos regarding that category, whether it's a technique, rhythm, or repertoire, just have it there and just take it from there. Anyway, I hope that helps, and see you in Malaga at the workshop, or if you have any questions, just shoot me a message on the video and I'll be able to reply. Thank you for listening, and have a great day. Ciao!